Hey, what's going on? Out here today, just kind of touching some things up and getting things fixed that I've been lacking on. But this video really is for COBRA 65 owners, dads, mechanics, a couple things that tips and tricks and things to look out for. Number one is going to be, if you've ever tried to change a spark plug on one of these bikes, they're a pain in the ass. There is no room between the top of the spark plug boot and the frame. And it's difficult, especially if you're in a in-between race situation where you're trying to hurry and change the spark plug out and you know, stay calm in front of your kid and get the bike back running again. I'm going to show you a couple differences, and the most awesome part that I have found, which not a lot of people from what I've talked to know about, but it's worth the money. So first, this is a stock 2025 boot that was on my bike. We had to put it on my kid's bike this last weekend. We had some trouble with the new coil. It comes with the new coil. This is our 2023. There's just a little bit of difference that you can see visually, but watch. When it comes to actually putting the spark plug on, you can see the height difference. Okay, it's probably 1/4 of an inch on the newer ones to the 2023. Now, I had difficulties with this one. The one that we put on is the YZ65 boot, and it actually runs about right here. So you get almost an inch of clearance. So it's easy on, it's easy off. Let me kind of show you and see if we can get in here and see. But you can see the gap up in there above the spark plug boot. Let me get around to the other side. I got bikes everywhere in here. Definitely a lot more room up in here between the frame and the top of the spark plug boot. Hopefully this is videoing right. While I'm standing here, also another tip for y'all. That's a stand for my 125. It's a full-size stand. This used to be it. I cut the legs off right here. It's perfect for the 65. Also, those feet will dig into the dirt at the racetrack and it won't kind of move around. You gotta maybe have to adjust the inside in here, notch it out a little bit for these skinny frames, but they work great. So back to another issue that we had, and that was the power valve. So, sorry, I'm trying to get in front of the light. The power valves on these are magnetic, and there's one of them right here. So as this is sitting on the bike, that power valve, what do I got around here? We go, will slide this way and then back in. So once it's in, you're on kind of a low idle. Once you start getting onto it, it opens up. There's a way to check these, and let's see if this will get all the way through there. Okay. There's a way to check these I learned this weekend, and it's difficult if you don't know what you're looking for. So I'm going to try and help everybody out to see. So let's do it this way. If you're going to have to lay down on your back and look up. I'll show you where to look because I don't have the cover back onto it yet. So you'll lay down and you'll look right up here. Right up there at the end of the power valve itself, okay? Which will be this point. And when you get on that throttle, you'll see that power valve come out like this here, and then it'll go back in. So it's going to kind of fluctuate out and then it's going to come back in. That tells you that it is moving in and out, okay? Let's see if I can get a better shot on that. There you go. Also, if you've ever wondered what the red light is on the side of the frame, right here, that's indicating that the power valve is working. But beware. This power valve as you can see, has one little tiny notch in it right there. One little tiny notch. The owner of this power valve said that he tracked down and spent a ton of money on parts for 3 weeks until he finally said, screw it, and just replaced the power valve. Well, that was it completely. For us, here's ours. So this wire here on this side was not attached at all. It had come off somehow or another. And when I pulled this power valve out, it literally, this one just, it broke right off. But it was moving in and out and the light was on. So after we tried a CDI box, that didn't work. Let me back up real quick. First moto at the Loretta's area qualifier, my kid was running great until the last lap. And then he said it just ran out of power. It was running. I rode it. It felt okay, maybe 75%. And so thank God Warren Simino was there with Matt, and he had the parts. So we started throwing them at it. CDI didn't help. Clean the carb twice. Didn't help. New plug. Didn't help. We put a coil on and said, the heck with it. Throw a stator on it. It seems like it helped a little bit. And I think mentally my son thought it did and went and rode the hell out of it and actually did better the second moto. How, I don't know, but he did. Either way, the indications that the power valve was working were all there. They were going out. We just couldn't see that wire was broke up inside of there. Really, really difficult. And this was in between motos. They also are making these a little bit different now, as far as, if you can see, there's twisted wire in there. Let me just do it this way. This is the 23 and it has a twisted wire. This is the 25 and they went away from that. Also, you can see the better soldering and connections on this one in here, as opposed to the extra wiring in here. Now, I got another power valve and put it on yesterday and rode it myself, and it screams. That's exactly what it was, but we just didn't know it. So keep an eye on little things. If it feels like it's just not hitting that top end, it may be the power valve. They don't go out a lot, but shit happens with these little tiny wires. I mean, these are really small. So on the new one, what I did is I siliconed the end of it right here with a little glob of silicone. So just that has a little extra protection of not moving back and forth in there. I highly recommend it. I checked it today and it was just nice and firm. So it's just a little bit more protection because it's right where the front tire shoots up. Anyway, that was just kind of a tip and trick. Also, one more note on the stator itself. You need the puller, but the cover that goes over this, when we pulled it off, it had dirt inside of it. And that's just something that you can't see. I'm trying to block the light. You can't see all the time, but periodically you may want to just pull it apart after a nasty mud race or something like that, and clean it out just to make sure that you're getting full contact in there. So anyway, I hope this helps somebody and, you know, doesn't inhibit your kid from riding at a race, and you can kind of go, hey, wait, that one guy, that'd be me, had a video on this. So anyway, good riding, safe riding, keep it wide open, and we'll hit you on the next video when I can think of something else cool that will help you guys.